2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Orlando Magic and the Chicago Bulls. And the Magic start out with the ball. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Scott is out there with Grant. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Hardaway in at the point guard position. Scott can't get it to go. It's Pippen with the drive. Count it.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard it down low.
And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And this is what Scott's being paid to do. He has great confidence from distance, as well he should.
It's Jordan on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harper. Hardaway with the steal. Pass to O'Neal. Swiped it away. Pippen for 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Rodman the second chance bucket after some strong work on the rebound.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
The shot's good from Shaq.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Jordan the pass to Rodman. Pippen with it, defended by Scott. And it comes off the front of the rim. Pippen's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Count that one.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Kukoc comes in for Scottie Pippen, and Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. And so here is Chicago, following the three-pointer by Orlando. Outside, Rodman. Now the pass to Jordan. The turnaround Jay, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And as much as he's done to increase the range on his jump shot, this is where Jordan's bread is buttered, that mid-range game.
Now, here is O'Neal. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Bushler's checked in for the Bulls. Crawford comes in for Michael Jordan. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Here's Crawford. Pass to Kerr. Fires the 3. The rebound by Turner.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
17-foot shot on the way. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Bulls trail by 4. Kerr, the pass to Busher. Here's Kukoc. Goes up again. He doesn't hit that one. Shaq with some nice D. Orlando with the ball. Williams kicks to Turner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Turner's got 6.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. He feeds it to O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Magic lead by 9. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Orlando, they've got Anderson. Royal is out there with Turner. Then there's Shaw. And it's Williams at the center, locking down the middle. And it's the Magic with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. The kick out to Anderson. The Magic getting another chance here. Shaw passes to Roy. Another miss by Orlando. Bulls trail by 7. Around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you've got to take your defense up a notch in the playoffs. He takes it up about 3 notches on that block.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Kukoc. Pippen comes in for Busher. Jordan, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Harper in for Kerr. Orlando also making some changes. Grant, he's checked in for Turner. Scott comes in for Roy. Hardaway is subbed in for Shaw. Now here's Hardaway. Anderson wide open. A beautiful pass. Penny to set it up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Right at the free throw line. Here's Rodman. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Bulls trail by 9. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Scott against Pippen. Right side Harper. 6 on the shot clock. Inside Rodman. Kept alive. Goes back up. Here's Longley. There's big Luke Longley cleaning things up inside.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Shaq is checked in for Williams. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. To the paint. There's the steal. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And it's Jordan with the jam.
you see with Jordan, running full speed, but always in complete control.
Down low. Here's Pippen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to O'Neal. Now the dish to Grant. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Out to Hardaway. Nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Pippen. Tries it from 19. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
To the inside. Back to Hardaway. The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Harper. He kicks it to Pippen. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break. Here come the Magic. O'Neal passes to Scott. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Shaq. It's stolen by Rodman. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Goes up the baseline. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Anderson. O'Neal's got 8 points.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
By himself. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And 3 from Jordan. He can't get that one. And so it's Orlando in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And the NBA Finals action continues here on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us on the Halftime Show. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson. Checking out the Magic. They came in playing with a purpose. Even though it's early in this championship series, they can smell blood in the water, hoping to go up 2-0 by the end of the night. And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
And we're back with you as these 2 teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Rodman is out there with Pippen. Then there's Harper. Then it's Jordan. And it's Longley in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Yeah, nice timing there on that catch and shoot. Jordan with such a musical rhythm to his game.
Hardaway goes in. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Hardaway hits them both.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Stolen by Pippen. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 10.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Outside, Rodman. Pass to Jordan. Buries it down low. He's got 13.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
So for the Bulls, Bushler's checked in for Pippen, and Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Marvin Williams is checked in for Grant. Turner comes in for Scott. Royal, he's checked in for Anderson. Shaw subbed in for Hardaway. Shaq can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 5. Here's the floater, but he stays with it. Jordan kicks to Kerr. Back to Jordan, launches it. Jordan can't get that one to fall. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Orlando. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Shaw passes to Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 6 to shoot. Here's O'Neal. Luke Longley grabs the miss. Longley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Kerr. Longley passes to Jordan. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
So for the Bulls, Kukoc comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Crawford in for Michael Jordan. Bushler the pass to Crawford. And again, Chicago, no good. Magic leading by 7. Here's Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Kerr for 3, and Steve Kerr, true from outside.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the pass to Bushler. Back to Kerr, outside, Kukoc. Pass to Bushler. He dishes it to Kerr. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Bushler's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Shaq, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Pippen's checked in for the Bulls. Harper comes in for Steve Kerr. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Grant, he's checked in for O'Neal. Scott comes in for Marvin Williams. Anderson, he's checked in for Royal. Hardaway is subbed in for Shaw. Crawford against Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Crawford's such a unique player. Tall and skinny, devastatingly quick, great handle, and an innate ability to score the basketball.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game. The Magic making a switch here. Collins is checked in. So he gets them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Magic leading by 6. It's Hardaway with the drive.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Harper kicks to Crawford. Passes it to Harper. Crawford outside. Pass to Pippen. Now Kukoc. And the Bulls with another miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He's so good at setting up his teammates. Tonight, though, Hardaway's been calling his own number, and boy, has he been prolific.
And so it's Orlando with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Marvin Williams is out there with Grant. Then there's Scott. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Anderson in at the two-guard spot. Nick Anderson knocks down the three.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Pippen, the pass to Rodman. He gets that one.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Outside, Scott from deep. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. Bulls trail by 14. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Williams. Deep two from Anderson. That one a little long. Anderson's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Wasted no time on that one.
All Crawford needs is just a little bit of room to kill you with the outside shot.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Michael Jordan is checked in for Jamal Crawford. Shaq is checked in for the Magic. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Magic was saying to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Pulls it from 20. Here's Rodman. Orlando grabs the miss.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
O'Neal kicks to Anderson. Knocked loose. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
A good job there. Jordan getting him in transition, and he does so much, and you almost forget how dominant he can be defensively.
To the middle. Here's O'Neal. Heading to Shaq. How many times have we seen that?
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Chicago calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Shaq.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost...
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I call that slam dunk contest level.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And there's the pass to O'Neal. Grant dishes to O'Neal. Back to Grant. Pass to Shaq. Another shot. Chicago grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the perils of trying to defend Jordan. Athletic enough to get anywhere he wants to go. And then tough enough to take the hit and finish.
A floater. The kick out to Anderson. O'Neal passes to Scott. But they'll get another chance. And stolen by Jordan. And another fast break for Chicago. Bulls running. Here's Pippen. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so Grant will bring it up for Orlando. They've led by as many as 14 points. First one falls. Williams, he's checked in for Orlando. He hits both from the strike. 1:07 left in the 4th quarter. Harper against Hardaway. Harper kicks to Pippen. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
The first one, and that will put them up by 9. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Magic also changing it up. Royal, he's checked in for Scott. Bowie comes in for Anderson. Shaw subbed in for Hardaway.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Gets it to go. That one good from Kerr. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 8. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Kerr with it, over to the left wing. They get the rebound. Now Smith. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. So the Magic win it. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us.